The Dodgers recently wrapped up their series at Coors Field in impressive fashion by completing a road sweep of the Rockies. The results showed that the Dodgers took advantage of their opportunities throughout the series while maintaining stability in the most important moments. However, in the final game of the series, Shohei Ohtani had a difficult day at the plate. Batting leadoff as the designated hitter, Ohtani finished the game hitless in 4 at-bats, with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. The result reportedly dropped his season batting average to 0.291 and ended his streak of 4 consecutive games with at least 1 hit. After a difficult day at the plate, Ohtani reportedly returned to the dugout to gather his belongings and prepare to leave the stadium. However, as he was getting ready to leave, Jake McCarthy and several Rockies players reportedly approached the Dodgers dugout after the loss. According to the account, insulting remarks were directed at Ohtani, including allegations that some of the comments were racially discriminatory. Ohtani was reportedly described as remaining very calm. Rather than responding or moving toward the Rockies players, he continued gathering his belongings in the dugout as if he wanted to end the matter there. For a player who regularly deals with enormous pressure, remaining silent in the face of provocation reportedly showed that Ohtani wanted to avoid allowing the situation to escalate into a physical confrontation. After finishing, Ohtani began leaving the dugout. But just when the situation appeared to be ending, it reportedly reached a breaking point. McCarthy reportedly rushed toward Ohtani and delivered a hard shove. Because Ohtani was unprepared and moving through the narrow area beside the dugout, he reportedly had almost no time to regain his balance. The contact caused him to stumble several steps before falling hard onto the solid surface near the walkway. That was particularly concerning because the area around the dugout does not have the same soft playing surface as most of the field. When a player is unexpectedly pushed and falls onto concrete, the risk of injury to the wrist, shoulder, hip, knee, or head is significantly higher than in a normal fall. Within seconds, several Dodgers players rushed out of the dugout to protect their teammate. Some quickly positioned themselves between Ohtani and the Rockies players, while others attempted to push the opposing group back. However, McCarthy reportedly continued behaving aggressively, preventing the tension from immediately subsiding. Stadium security was quickly called in. Security personnel reportedly created multiple barriers between the two teams, while umpires and coaching staff members repeatedly ordered players to return to their respective areas. Once the situation was gradually brought under control, the Rockies players involved were reportedly ordered to leave the field area. The Dodgers then shifted their attention to Ohtani's condition. The medical staff examined the areas that absorbed the impact from the fall, particularly his shoulder, back, hip, and lower body, to make sure there were no signs of a serious injury. MLB reportedly opened a comprehensive investigation that same night. That would be consistent with the seriousness of an incident occurring after a game and involving alleged violence. Security camera footage, television video, footage from angles near the dugout, and statements from players, coaching staff, umpires, and security personnel could all be used to reconstruct the precise sequence of events. MLB would need to determine not only who participated, but also who initiated the confrontation. In an altercation where dozens of people may enter the area, simply running toward the incident does not necessarily mean a player participated in an attack. The league would need to distinguish between those attempting to protect or separate teammates and those who directly initiated violent contact. Another factor reportedly requiring review was the language allegedly used before the shove. If allegations of racially discriminatory remarks were supported by audio, video, or credible witness testimony, that could become a separate disciplinary issue from the physical confrontation. MLB would then need to examine not only the shove that sent Ohtani to the ground, but also the entire sequence that led to the escalation. Ultimately, the disciplinary committee reportedly concluded that McCarthy initiated the physical contact by shoving Ohtani and suspended him for 3 games. Other Rockies players involved were reportedly fined or warned depending on their level of participation. That was described as an effort to assign individual responsibility rather than impose identical punishment on everyone who appeared at the scene. Meanwhile, despite Ohtani's difficult game, the Dodgers still received major contributions from several other hitters in the lineup. That became one of the biggest positives of the game because the team did not have to rely entirely on Ohtani to generate offense. In Game 3, the Dodgers began applying significant pressure in the second inning. With one out, Mookie Betts reached on a single before Kyle Tucker added another hit, giving the Dodgers runners on first and third. Kiké Hernández capitalized with an RBI single, giving the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. The Dodgers continued to increase the pressure in the fourth inning. Betts again became the center of the offense when he hit a solo home run. The homer not only extended the Dodgers' lead, but also kept the Rockies' pitching staff on the defensive. With the opposing pitcher struggling, the Dodgers continued attacking and created additional opportunities in the inning. The biggest moment came when Kiké Hernández stepped into the batter's box and delivered the most important hit of the inning. He sent the ball over the fence for a 2-run home run, bringing home 2 more runs for the Dodgers. In one inning, the home runs from Betts and Hernández gave the visitors 3 runs and quickly extended the lead from 1-0 to 4-0. At that point, the Dodgers appeared to be in complete control. The 4-run lead allowed the Dodgers' pitching staff to work more comfortably, while the Rockies were forced into comeback mode. However, Colorado did not give up and continued trying to close the gap in the following innings. The major turning point came in the 7th inning, when the Rockies had already reduced the deficit to 4-2. With 2 outs, McCarthy drew a walk to extend the inning. What initially seemed like a relatively harmless situation quickly became a major problem when Mickey Moniak stepped to the plate and hit a 2-run home run. With one swing, the Rockies brought 2 runners home and tied the game at 4-4. Moniak's home run completely changed the complexion of the game. The Dodgers had once led 4-0 and appeared headed for a relatively comfortable victory, but one big swing erased the entire margin. From that point on, the game became much tighter as neither offense could score again during the remainder of regulation. The 4-4 tie forced the game into extra innings, and the 10th became the moment when the Dodgers produced the decisive rally. With an automatic runner already on second, Teoscar Hernández recorded a hit to give the Dodgers runners on first and third with nobody out. It was an excellent scoring opportunity, especially in a situation where even one run could make a major difference. Freddie Freeman stepped to the plate and chose an efficient approach rather than trying to force a big hit. He delivered a deep enough sacrifice fly to bring the runner home from third and give the Dodgers a 5-4 lead. Although the play did not count as a hit, it was extremely important because it produced the go-ahead run. The Dodgers' rally continued when Betts delivered another RBI hit, extending the lead to 2 runs. That insurance run was particularly valuable because the Rockies had already shown that they could change a game with just 1 base runner and 1 well-timed swing. In the bottom half of the inning, Tanner Scott was given the responsibility of protecting the 2-run advantage. He remained composed under the pressure of extra innings, retired the Colorado hitters, and did not allow the home team score. Scott's final outs officially secured the 6-4 victory and completed the Dodgers' sweep at Coors Field. Overall, it was a much more difficult victory than the early 4-0 lead suggested. The Dodgers allowed the Rockies to tie the game, but their ability to respond in extra innings ultimately made the difference. Betts, Tucker, Kiké Hernández, Freeman, and Scott all made important contributions, helping the team win even on a day when Ohtani failed to record a hit. The most encouraging aspect was the depth of the Dodgers lineup. When Ohtani could not find his rhythm at the plate, the rest of the lineup still did its job by consistently putting runners on base and converting opportunities into runs. That is exactly what the Dodgers need if they want to maintain stability late in the regular season and enter the postseason with multiple sources of offensive production. That's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow the channel, turn on notifications, and share this video with the biggest MLB fan